Question 3a. 7 people are to be seated at a round table. Part 1. How many seating arrangements are possible? This is an ordered circular arrangement. The idea here is that we pick one person at random and then seat them randomly around the circle. And that person acts as a reference point. Then we arrange the remaining 6 people around the first person. Here is a circular dash diagram that may represent the situation. So I've just picked a random person, say person 1, seated them somewhere around the circle, it doesn't matter where, and then we arrange the remaining 6 people around person number 1. And this can be done 6 factorial ways or 720 ways. Part 2. 2 people, Kevin and Jill, refuse to sit next to each other. How many seating arrangements are then possible? This is an ordered circular arrangement with a restriction, and the restriction here is that Kevin and Jill cannot sit next to each other. There's 2 ways we can go about this. We can use complements, where we determine a number of arrangements where Kevin and Jill are sitting next to each other, and then subtract that from the answer in part 1. Or we can seat Kevin first somewhere around the circle, determine where Jill can sit such that she is not next to Kevin, so count the number of ways that can happen. Then we arrange the remaining 5 people around Kevin and Jill, and then apply the fundamental counting principle, multiplying these 2 values together to get the total number of arrangements possible, where Jill and Kevin are not sitting next to each other. So here's a circular dash diagram that may represent the situation. So I've seated Kevin somewhere around the circle, so here's Kevin. And I've put 2 X's here where Jill cannot sit. So that leaves 4 remaining positions that Jill can choose such that she is not next to Kevin. And that gives us 4 ways that can happen. Now, arranging the remaining 5 people occurs 5 factorial ways. So by the fundamental counting principle, we multiply those 2 values together and we get 480 ways that Jill and Kevin can be seated such that they are not next to each other.